And it's always funny how the left is, saying yes to openness to the world, ja zu Weltoffenheit. Leipzig used to have quite low rents because we had much less people than houses, and that was nice because you could rent an apartment for pretty cheap. Now, since the so-called migrant crisis, we have 100,000 more inhabitants now, which is bad for the individual person who wants to rent a flat. But I mean, it's nice. It's nice for the big real estate companies, real estate trusts who now own the whole city, because they can get much more rent out of the poor people, That's nice. And it's all due to openness to the world, I mean, the demand is rising quickly, and it's funny how the left is always advocating for the rights of the small individuals who rent apartments, But then at the same time, they are for mass immigration, which drives up the rent and the property prices. It's nice. Now look at this guy here, Burkhard Jung, because we are electing a new mayor in Leipzig. And Burkhard Jung, you see, with his casual style, his jacket casually flung over his shoulder, very nice, very, this is the sunny boy, In his program, in 31 letters, he says, the lebenswerteste Stadt Deutschlands, which means city with the highest living standard in Germany, the highest, the most lovely city to live in Germany. And it's nice, look at this guy. These guys are already appreciating the raised living standard Mr. Burkhardt has achieved in Leipzig in his advantageous government during the last 10 years. In his beautiful government in which he sold out the public services of the city to American private investors and, allowed Arab clans to buy, whole parts of the city out, never mind. Would you trust the politics of your country and your city to a to a tourist like this? We better take this candidate here. This is the real candidate, Look at this, Sebastian Gemko. He's gonna do it, man. He's gonna bring the city back to law and order, because you see clearly the guy with his Middle Eastern physiognomy here, with the Middle Eastern complexion, he is the settled guy, You see how well adjusted he is with his suit, He is the competent man. The Middle Eastern guy is the competent man for Leipzig. He will bring us, back to law and order and stability, and and niceness in general. Whereas this guy here, who had the rule for the last 10 years with the SPD, I don't quite know if he will be so successful again, with his appearance. Doesn't look like it. But this guy, he founded a new party, the Leipziger Union, Leipzig Union. I have never seen this party before. It's probably a large percentage of this Leipzig Union is probably new arrivals. Let's say it like this: new arrivals. Franziska Riekewald of Die Linke, the left. What's wrong? What went wrong, Franziska? Why do you look so sad? Why do you look so puzzled? Was it? I don't know. Did you have a bad photographer? Did you just have a bad day? I mean, but even if your photographer was rubbish, then why did you approve this image of yourself? Something's wrong, Franziska. You really need to check back with your photographer. or maybe you should reconsider your career choice, because obviously what you're doing right now is not really making you happy. That's apparent for all of us, and yeah, I hope you sort it out somehow. You know, this Middle Eastern guy, he really wants a safe Leipzig, sicheres Leipzig. One who makes sure that Leipzig is safe. This is Mr. Gemco 2020. He's gonna make Leipzig safe. He's gonna stop Northern Africans and Arabs to slaughter each other on the street. And the German woman, she's gonna do it. She's gonna police the street. She's gonna stop African migrants to kill each other, slaughter each other for their share in the drug industry and the drug market. She's gonna do it, you know, that's fine. You know, do you remember when Trump said, I'm gonna build a wall and Mexico will pay for it? This is even better. This is even better. You know, this is even better. This is even a whole new level of smug, you know? He basically says that I'm gonna allow unrestricted immigration into Leipzig to drive up the housing prices, to allow any criminal whatsoever from the whole world to pour into Leipzig and claim social benefits. And when these criminals kill each other on the street, the German woman is gonna police the street and keep them in check. You know, that's amazing. You know, whereas the migrant women, they are shrouded in burqas and at home making 12 children each. And you know, the criminal father, he's even gonna be paid for each child. You know, and she's gonna work, and with her taxpayer money, she's gonna pay the 12 children of the criminal that she's policing on the street. It's an amazing thing. I think Mr. Gemco is making Leipzig much safer now, and I'm really looking forward to it. Can you imagine that? Can you even grasp this? This guy with his Middle Eastern complexion is representing the people who are making Leipzig unsafe, and he's there in his arrogance, you know, like half a head higher than this German woman here who's gonna police the street. Are you kidding me? Is it? Can you just? I don't know. I have no words for this. Holy cow! He's like, Germany has the lowest birth rate in the world, and the last remaining women are being raped by migrants, and they cannot go on the street safely anymore at night. So, you know, let's feminize all the men, and let's just put the women in soldiers' clothing and let them do the job, you know, let them defend themselves, let them police the street. It's gonna be fine, you know, whereas my women from the Middle East, you know, they're just gonna make a lot of babies and take over the country. Because we're in a democracy, you know, where numbers matter. And she's gonna, with her blue eyes, with her green eyes and blonde hair, she's gonna police the street, you know. It's fine, and she looks happy. She's looking forward to it. She's loving it. She's loving it because she's a free and independent woman. She is the face of feminism, and he is the face of the new ruling class of Germany.
Auf Gräberrüben, 6 Schüben, so geht hinaus in die Weite.